Hey everybody, it's Boat back again with some more Amigos plays Atari 8-bit on actual 8-bit hardware. So I have an Atari 1200 XL, and today we are going to be playing Blue Max. This is the Atari XE reprint of Blue Max. It was originally released by Broderbund software, I believe. And it says the cartridge version was developed by Sculptured Software. Now, I don't know if the cartridge version and the disc version are that much different. To me, they're identical, but maybe there are some small changes. Here is the cart. Has that distinctive ridge line that all the XE GS games had. Plus the gray shape of the cart. They didn't cheap out though, like they did with the later 2600 releases, and go with the mono color. These are full color carts, and just gonna put that in the cartridge slot. Let's fire it up. Oh yeah, that familiar strain. Looks great. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is go into our options screen by pressing the option key. And we want reverse control and we want gravity. Both those things are essential in this game. Okay. Perhaps we don't want reverse control. Perhaps normal control is reversed. Let's try it again. Okay. So in this game you play a World War I fighting ace. As far as points go, you get the most points from shooting planes out of the sky. You get 100 points per plane. Other objects yield you 50, 25, or even 10 points. I think if you get low and shoot tanks on the ground, they're only 10 points. But there are many dangers. If you've got these guns that are constantly firing at you, and it's not a one-hit kill game, but what they do is they disable several of your plane's systems. So you might, if you get hit, might damage your guns, might damage your bombing equipment, so you can't bomb as well, or it could damage your fuel tank, and you start to lose fuel at a much more rapid rate than you normally would. Now this game is a game that I just have to play with the joystick. It does not feel right playing in emulation with the gamepad, and you know, I really feel the most at home with my trusty gem stick. It's the ultimate in computer gaming. Alright, so that whistle sound means that a runway is coming up. So we will land. Landing and taking off are stressful parts of the game because you can see planes are coming by and dropping bombs. Luckily, all of your things are replenished. And what I'm going to try and do is hug this sight line, yeah. And now we're going to go to the city. So this is a secret that I found out on my own. I was, of course, I played this way before the internet. And the first time that I made it here to the city, I just thought, wow, it's like a secret zone. Because there was nothing that you just have to hug that wall. And if you don't hug the left side of the screen, you'll go back to the river. And so I just thought, wow, how neat is this? I love the city. It's drawn very well. It kind of reminds me of except with all the guns and things, it's sort of like the land of make believe in Mr. Rogers or something. The way that the cars are laid out and things like that. So you fly through the city. I think I'm going to try and hit a car. I think you only get 10 points if you hit a car. It's something small. Oh boy. So that's I guess you get 50. So my fuel tank has been busted. But that's not a big deal, because as we're coming out of the city, we should be... Oh, there go my guns. We should be coming up on a landing strip here pretty soon. There's the landing strip. And so... should be on this side. Oh! Now, I guess I didn't press my button to reduce my speed, which was a problem. So let's give this another go. As you can see, you get a rating when you finish. I know the lowest rating is Kamikaze Trainee. There's also a Runway Sweeper. I think Air Cadet is probably one of the better ones. Class 4 Air Cadet. I don't know exactly what that means, but... I was afraid that plane was just going to run right into me as I descended there. When I was a kid, I was much more concerned with the bombing. And it's only as I've grown old with this game that I realize that the real value is in the dogfights and shooting the planes out of the sky. 100 points apiece. Just landing. Now you really only have... Ooh, boy, that was too close for comfort. You really only have 2 speeds in this game. You've got flying speed, which is anything over 100, and then there's landing speed, which is 100. We'll go back to the city. I don't know why this is so much easier for me to do with a stick, but I just couldn't do it with the D-pad. I couldn't hug that side of the screen in just the right way. I've got it down to where it's so much muscle memory now. Oh, a direct hit on that gun. Oh, my bombs are messed up. That's going to hurt me. I hate losing my bombs in the city. Now, I'll show you something cool. You can get real down... Oh, well, we'll do it on our next go-round. I was going to show you can get real down low, and you can actually use your guns and shoot those tanks. You've got to be real far low. Oh! And again, sometimes you just have bad luck. There's the Kamikaze Trainee right there. Now what's interesting is that you only get the Blue Max theme when you start the game. You know, when you physically start the machine. As you've noticed on our subsequent playthroughs, it hasn't played. Oof, man. That is rough. I am not doing that on purpose. Let's try it again. I promise this will be worth it when I'm mowing down those tanks with my guns. There we go. Yeah, pretty neat, right? And as you can see, I've got a score of 20, so you do only get 10 points per tank. But it's still a really neat thing to do. It's kind of a show-off maneuver, you know. But anyway, let's take a look at the instruction book real quick. Here's the instructions. It's June. Okay, here it is. Well, this will be a great soundtrack as I read. It's June 1915. World War I is raging. The Allies are trying to hold on to Europe, and the Royal Air Force is a key weapon against the Axis powers. While flying a reconnaissance mission, Royal Air Force ace Max Chatsworth sees his entire squadron cut down by the enemy. He vows to avenge the loss of his comrades, and on that day personally shoots down 7 fighters. The following month, he shoots down 13 more enemy planes. The Axis powers are out to stop Max Chatsworth. They offer their highest flying award, the Blue Max decoration, to anyone that can shoot him down. From then on, Max Chatsworth is dubbed Blue Max by his Royal Air Force mates. Now you are Blue Max, pilot of a fighter bomber biplane over war-torn Europe. You're the Allies' most dangerous weapon. Blue Max is out for revenge. So there you go. Looks like you've got some different, let's see. Just looking through this to see if there's anything. Watch your altitude. If you drop to approximately 19 feet, you could crash. So, and also says never bomb friendly airplane hangars. That makes sense. Yeah. So this is Blue Max. Like I said, it's one of the greats. It's one of the great 8-bit arcade games. 8-bit